Someone you love from heaven is calling your name tonight. The truth they reveal will leave you in tears. My beloved child, listen now, because God is not whispering tonight, He is thundering your name through heaven. Something sacred is happening in this exact second, something written in the divine timeline long before you took your first breath. Someone you love from heaven is calling your name tonight, and the truth they are finally allowed to reveal will bring tears that cleanse your soul instead of breaking it. This is not imagination, not coincidence, not your heart making stories to feel comfort. This is divine intervention. This is a supernatural visitation. This is heaven bending toward you because God has decided that tonight is the night you must know the truth. My child, if you feel chills right now, if you feel your heartbeat shifting, if you sense a tightening in your chest as if memories you tried to bury are rising, understand this: their spirit is standing close to you. They have been waiting for this moment. They have been praying for permission to speak. And heaven has finally opened the gates for them to deliver what your heart has needed for so long. Before I reveal what they are saying, pause for a moment. Take a breath in. Let your spirit open. And if you feel guided, comment 1111 right now to align yourself with the divine message traveling toward you. That number is an angelic gateway, a sign that you are stepping into spiritual alignment. Commenting it is an act of faith, a declaration that your heart is ready. Now listen closely. Because I speak not with my own voice, but with the voice of heaven, with the authority God placed inside me, with the love of the one who is calling out for you from the realm of eternal peace. They are saying your name. Over and over. Softly. Tenderly. With a kind of love that the human world could never express fully. There is no resentment in their tone, no disappointment, no unresolved anger. Only longing. Only warmth. Only the kind of affection you wished you could hear from them before they left the earth. My child, they have watched every moment of your life since their transition. You thought death separated you, but heaven laughs gently at that idea. Love is not destroyed by distance. Love is not erased by death. If anything, their love has grown stronger, clearer, purer, because heaven purified everything that once held them back. They want me to tell you this. I never stopped loving you. Not even for 1 second. I never left you. I never walked away from your journey. I stood with you when you thought no one cared. I held your tears when you cried alone. I shouted your name in heaven when you were hurting and humans failed to understand your pain. I am still with you. I always will be. My child, if you feel your eyes filling with tears, know this: that is their energy touching your heart. They are near. They are present. They are reaching for you. And they want you to know the truth that will leave you in tears tonight, but tears that heal rather than harm. Before I reveal it, comment 777 if you want heaven to open more clearly for you. That number aligns your spirit with divine miracles. It is a code heaven responds to when you are ready to receive blessings. Now listen with the full weight of your soul. The truth they are revealing is something you have felt deep inside but never dared to believe. They have been protecting you every single day. They have been fighting battles you never saw. They have been saving you in moments you thought were luck. They have been whispering guidance into your thoughts. They have been holding your spirit together when you felt like breaking. They never abandoned you, not in life and not after death. The world may have made you feel alone, but heaven has never left you unattended. My child, they want to speak about the night you cried yourself to sleep and whispered their name into the darkness. They heard you. Their spirit knelt beside your bed. They touched your hair. They tried to soothe your heart, but the veil between realms was too thick for you to feel it clearly. Tonight, heaven made the veil thinner so you can finally receive what your soul has been starving for. They are saying, "You did not fail me. You did not disappoint me. You did not push me away. I left because my time was up, not because I wanted distance from you. My departure was not your fault. My last breath was not caused by anything you did or didn't do. Please stop blaming yourself. Please stop carrying guilt that never belonged to you. My child, let these words enter the deepest part of you. The guilt you have been carrying, the secret regret, the unspoken pain, you have dragged them like chains for far too long. Tonight heaven breaks them. Tonight heaven frees you. Tonight heaven returns something you thought you lost forever. And if you want to seal this release, comment 999 as an act of ending the old cycle and stepping into divine renewal. Now, I need you to understand why heaven chose this night. Why your loved one's voice is echoing so strongly. Why God Himself pressed urgency into this moment. Because you are about to enter a new chapter. A chapter where your heart is healed. A chapter where spiritual clarity floods your life. A chapter where miracles flow without blockage. A chapter where blessings chase after you. A chapter where you rise into your divine purpose. And your loved one wants to guide you into that new season. My child, they say they have been trying to send you signs. They mention feathers, coins, repeating numbers, dreams that felt too real to ignore, sudden memories that hit you out of nowhere, scents that reminded you of them even when no one else noticed. These were not coincidences. These were signals. These were messages from the divine realm. These were their attempts to tell you, I am here. I am watching. I am loving you from beyond the veil. And now, they want to reveal something deeper, something you were not ready to know until now. You were my peace, they say. You were my anchor. Even when I couldn't express it, even when life made me hard, even when my own pain blinded me, I loved you more deeply than I ever showed. My child, they want to confess something they regret not saying when they had breath. I wish I had said thank you. I wish I had told you how much you meant to me. I wish I had hugged you longer. I wish I had listened more. I wish I had apologized for the moments I hurt you with my silence, my actions, my distance. But now, from heaven, I see everything clearly. And I am proud of you. So proud. If your heart feels heavy right now, let your tears fall. Heaven is cleansing you. Heaven is touching you. Heaven is lifting the emotional weight that has been suffocating your soul. And if you can feel something shifting inside you, even slightly, comment 222 as a symbol of divine alignment, balance, and healing. Now listen to what they need you to understand next. You are not alone in your journey. I am your guardian now. I walk with you wherever you go. I send angels to protect you. I stand beside you when you feel afraid. And I will continue to guide you until your mission on earth is complete. My child, sit with me for a moment. Let the noise of the world fall quiet. Let the weight you have been carrying settle, just for now, into these words. I see you. I have always seen you. The nights you cried until there were no tears left. The mornings you forced yourself out of bed while every part of you wanted to stay buried under the covers. The way you smile at people who will never know how much it costs you. The way you scroll through old photographs at 2 a.m., tracing their face with your fingertip as if touch could travel through time. The way you still set the table for two out of habit, then catch yourself and feel the knife twist all over again. I know the pain you carry. I know how it has become a second skin, something you almost fear losing because it is the last living piece of them you still hold. Grief is a strange love, isn't it? It hurts because it remembers. It claws because it refuses to forget. But tonight, heaven is asking you to loosen your grip, not on the love, never on the love, but on the pain that has been masquerading as loyalty. You have been faithful to your sorrow. You have honored it every single day. You have worn black in your heart long after the funeral clothes were folded away. You have replayed every conversation, every silence, every moment you wish you could reach back and rewrite. You have punished yourself for surviving when they did not. You have carried guilt like a cross you built with your own trembling hands. You have whispered, "I'm sorry," into empty rooms, hoping the wind would carry it to them. You have believed, deep down, that joy would be a betrayal. But listen to me now, my child. Listen with the part of you that is tired of bleeding. They see you. They have never stopped seeing you. From the moment their soul slipped free of this earth, they have been closer than they ever were in life. Death is not distance. Death is only a changing of rooms. They step through a door you cannot yet see, but the wall between you is thinner than breath. They are not lost. They are found. They are whole. They are radiant. And the very first thing they did when they saw clearly, truly clearly, was turn around to look for you. They saw the way you collapsed at their bedside. They saw the way you held their hand long after it grew cold. They saw the scream that had no sound when the doctor said, "Time of death." They saw you planning a funeral while your own heart was dying. They saw you trying to explain to small children why someone they loved would never come home again. They saw you learning how to sleep diagonally across a bed that suddenly felt too big. They saw every tear you hid in the shower so no one would hear. They saw you pretending to be strong when you were shattering. And do you know what they felt in that moment of perfect heavenly vision? Not anger. Not disappointment. Not judgment. Only love. A love so fierce it could move mountains. A love that finally understood everything you ever tried to give them and everything you thought you failed at. A love that looked at you and said, "Oh, my precious one, you were always enough. You were more than enough. You were everything." They have forgiven you for every moment you think you fell short. Every sharp word spoken in exhaustion. Every time you were too tired to listen fully. Every birthday you forgot in the chaos of life. Every promise you couldn't keep because humans are fragile and time is cruel. Every, "I'll do it tomorrow," that never got a tomorrow. They have forgiven you for surviving, for laughing again one day, for living when they could not. They have forgiven you for everything you have not yet forgiven yourself for. Now they are waiting, aching, for you to forgive yourself too. They want you to stop replaying the final days like a horror film on an endless loop. They want you to stop imagining different choices, different doctors, different outcomes. They want you to release the if-onlys that have chained you to a past that no longer exists. They want you to stop carrying the weight of words you never got to say, because, my child, they heard your heart. They always heard your heart. Love speaks louder than sentences. In heaven, there is no regret. There is only truth. And the truth is this: you loved them perfectly in the only way humans know how, imperfectly, fiercely, fully. Every sandwich you made, every ride you gave, every text that said, "Drive safe," every hug that lasted 2 seconds longer than necessary, every eye roll that hid a smile, every single ordinary moment, was sacred. It was prayer in motion. It was grace wearing skin. You were not too little. You were not too late. You were their home. And now they want you to come home, to yourself. There is a blessing that has been trying to reach you for years. A blessing with your name written in light. A blessing your loved one has been standing guard over, arms outstretched, saying, "Not yet." Their heart is not ready. They still believe they deserve to suffer. That blessing has been hovering, waiting for the moment you decide that love includes loving yourself again. It carries new beginnings. It carries laughter that does not feel like betrayal. It carries dreams you buried because you thought pursuing them would mean leaving your loved one behind. It carries relationships that will not replace but will add. It carries purpose that will rise from the ashes of your pain. It carries joy, deep, unapologetic joy, that will honor them more than mourning ever could. Tonight, the gateway is opening. The bleeding is stopping. The heart you thought was broken beyond repair is being stitched with threads of gold. Heaven is performing surgery without a knife. Piece by careful piece, the shrapnel of grief is being removed. The places that hemorrhaged are being cauterized with divine love. The chambers that forgot how to hope are being filled again with living water. Feel it. Right now. In your chest. That softening. That warmth. That sudden catch of breath that is half sob, half relief. That is them. That is them touching you from the inside out. That is them saying, "I am here. I never left. I am in the wind that moves the curtains. I am in the song that comes on the radio exactly when you need it. I am in the feather that drifts across your path. I am in the dream where you swear you heard my laugh. I am in every sunset that takes your breath away, because I asked God to paint it just for you. They are your guardian now in ways they never could be in life. They have front row seats to your healing. They cheer louder than anyone when you choose to get out of bed. They dance when you sing again. They high-five the angels when you help someone else carrying the same kind of pain. They stand behind you in the mirror, hands on your shoulders, whispering, "Look how far you've come. Look how strong you are. Look how beautiful you still are, even with the scars." They want you to live, not just exist, not just survive, but live with every color turned up high. They want you to taste food again and actually taste it. They want you to travel to that place you always talked about. They want you to adopt the dog, plant the garden, take the class, write the book, fall in love, say yes, say no, say I'm worth it. They want you to stop apologizing for taking up space. Because your life is not a postscript to their death. Your life is the main story, and they are written into every page. One day, when your earthly chapter ends, and that day is many, many years away, because you still have kingdoms to build and hearts to heal and love to give. You will step through that same thin door. And the first thing you will see is their face, brighter than 1,000 suns, arms flung wide, running toward you like the prodigal returning home. There will be no awkwardness, no unfinished business, no regret. Only reunion. Only the eternal now of love finally perfected. Until then, they need you to do something brave. They need you to choose life. Not because grief is wrong, it is holy, it is love with nowhere left to go. But because love grows when it is shared, not when it is buried. The greatest way you can honor them is to become the version of yourself they always believed you could be. The one they bragged about to their friends. The one they saw when you couldn't see it yourself. The one they prayed would rise long after they were gone. Take a breath, my child, a real one. The kind that reaches the hidden chambers of your soul, the places where your pain curled up and tried to sleep, the corners where your grief whispered things you never said out loud. Inhale gently, deeply, bravely, let the air move through you like light entering a locked room for the first time in years. Feel it find the memories you've kept pressed under your ribs, the final moments you replay when the world grows quiet, the questions you still carry like stones in your pockets. Let that breath touch all of it. Let it reach the very place inside you that has been holding its last goodbye. And now, let it go. Slowly. Tenderly. Let it slip out of you like a tired bird finally being released from your hands. With that exhale, release just one thing, one weight, one regret, one ache. Release the heaviest, I should have. Let it dissolve. Release the cruelest, if only. It has tormented you long enough. Release the lie that you are alone, because you never have been. Not even on the nights when the grief felt like it was swallowing your breath. Release the fear that joy will erase them, because joy does not replace love, it continues it. Release the belief that you do not deserve good things anymore, because that belief was born from pain, not from truth. Watch that weight leave your body like smoke. Watch it drift upward, as though invisible hands are catching it. Watch heaven gather it gently, like something precious, and turn it into stars that will shine back at you when you need them most. You are not abandoning your loved one by healing. You are not dishonoring their memory by smiling again. You are not betraying your grief by choosing to live. No, what you are doing is far holier than sorrow. You are crowning them with glory. Every step you take toward the light becomes part of their legacy. Every time you laugh, they laugh harder. Every time you help someone, they feel helped. Every time you choose kindness, they shine through you. Every time you love again, they are loving again, through your hands, through your heart, through your life. Every time you rise after falling, they are right beside you, rising with you. Yes, you carry them, but not the way you fear. You do not carry them as a burden. You carry them as wings. You carry their strength in your chest, their memory in your breath, their courage under your skin. They are woven into who you are now, not weighing you down but lifting you higher. And tonight, those wings begin to unfurl. Tonight, the blessing that has been circling your life like a patient guardian finally finds an open door. Tonight, the sorrow that has been sitting in the corner of your soul begins to transform into strength you didn't know you had. Tonight, the heart that learned to break so painfully begins to learn how to beat again, steadier, louder, braver. Because tonight, my child, you are remembering something sacred. You were born for more than pain. You were born for more than endings. You were born for more than grief. You were born to carry love forward. You were born to prove that love is stronger than death, stronger than fear, stronger than every storm that tried to drown you. Love is your essence, your calling, your quiet rebellion against everything that seeks to break your spirit. You were not placed on this earth by random chance or cruel design, you were chosen. Every part of your journey, every heartbreak, every loss, every small act of kindness, has been guided by a divine hand that knew you could hold this much light. You were born to be the miracle someone else is praying for, the light someone else needs, the proof that healing is real and hope returns even after everything has fallen apart. And your loved one, your precious, radiant, eternal loved one, is standing in the courts of heaven right now. They are surrounded by a light that pulses like golden fire, a brilliance so pure your human eyes could not bear to see it. Around them, there is music, not made by instruments, but by the movement of peace itself, by laughter echoing through eternity. They stand whole, free, and radiant, every pain they once carried dissolved into divine perfection. Tears of joy, not sorrow, stream down their face as they look toward you, shimmering with pride, and say to every angel, every ancestor, every gentle spirit who gathers near, that's my person. Look at them go. Look at them shine. Look how they loved me. Look how they're loving the world now. That's my heart walking around on earth. That's my legacy. That's my pride. That's my forever. There is no sadness where they stand, only awe. They marvel at you daily, whispering prayers of strength across the veil, surrounding you with unseen arms every time you falter. They know how heavy it has been. They have seen your sleepless nights, the mornings you didn't think you could rise, and the quiet moments when you whispered their name to the sky. They heard every word. They were beside you in every silence. They never missed a single breath. My child, let this truth settle inside you like warm sunlight spilling through a window after a long winter. You are so deeply loved. You are so fiercely protected. You are so divinely guided. The threads of your life are woven with purpose, even when they tangle, even when they fray. Every detour, every heartbreak, every moment that made you question everything is still part of the grand design that leads you home, to peace, to love, to divine reunion. You are not alone. Not for one single breath. Even now, you are held. Even now, you are surrounded. Even now, the one you miss is closer than your next heartbeat. They move through your world like wind through leaves, unseen but ever present. They whisper through the rhythm of your breathing, through the songs that seem to find you at just the right moment, through the feathers, pennies, lights, and tiny miracles that catch your attention. They smile through the tears you shed, grateful that you loved them so much that absence could hurt this deeply. They breathe through the moments when you feel something gentle brush your heart for no reason, something that feels like love tapping your shoulder, reminding you that connection is eternal. They are not gone, they are transformed. And because of that, they are speaking to you right now. Their voice moves like a soft wave through your soul, saying, "Live, my love. Live beautifully. Live boldly. Live fully. I am with you always. Live in color again. Laugh loudly, cry freely, dance whenever your spirit stirs. Do not shrink your joy out of fear that it will erase your grief. Do not dim your light to prove your loyalty to loss. Your healing is not betrayal, it is fulfillment. It is love continuing its journey through you. When joy rushes toward you like a tidal wave, and it will, do not resist it. Do not flinch. Do not think for a second that you are leaving anyone behind by feeling alive again. That joy is not replacing them. That joy is them. It is them loving you across the veil, the way they always wished to without the limits of time or form. It is heaven applauding. It is the blessing finally arriving after all the dark nights that felt endless. It is you, finally, gloriously, courageously, coming home to yourself, the self they always adored, the self the divine always intended you to rediscover. This is the moment heaven has been preparing you for. Every ache in your heart was a carving, making space for more light. The tears watered the soil beneath your soul so something pure could grow again. The loneliness shaped your sensitivity, teaching your spirit how to recognize divine presence even in silence. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. The universe moves with purpose, even when it moves through loss. And though you could not see it, heaven has been building something beautiful behind the curtain of your pain, something that will unfold in perfect timing. The gateway is open now. The path is glowing, clearer than before. The air itself is shifting around you, carrying whispers from angels who cheer your courage. You may not know where the road leads, but you are not walking alone. There are thousands of unseen hands guiding your steps, ancient ancestors singing your name in gratitude for carrying their love into a new generation. Even creation itself leans toward you, eager to see what beauty you will bring forth next. Step through, my child. Step through with trembling hands if you must, but step through. You've done the hardest part already, you survived the shattering. You breathed when breathing felt impossible. You continued when everything in you wanted to stop. You have already proven your strength many times over. Now your task is simply to live again, to trust that the same love that carried your loved one into heaven will carry you into radiant wholeness on earth. On the other side of your healing, something beautiful is waiting, something your loved one has already seen, already celebrated, already rejoiced over. They have seen glimpses of your future laughter, your future joy, your future miracles. They have watched the seeds of transformation begin to bloom. They know the joy that is coming for you, and they dance in heaven each time you take one more step toward it. They have not missed one moment of your growth or your grief. Not one. Every tear was counted, every prayer heard, every ache seen. You are never unseen in the eyes of the divine. They have never, not for a single breath, not for a single heartbeat, not for a single tear, stopped being proud to call you theirs. You are their joy, their continuation, their living proof that love endures beyond every human boundary. You carry their essence in the way you love others, in the way you forgive, in the way you show up for life even when it hurts. Your kindness makes heaven brighter. Your laughter echoes across both worlds. Your courage turns pain into purpose. And someday, when your journey is complete and your soul crosses into that golden light, they will be there. They will run toward you, radiant and whole, their arms wide open, their smile shining with every ounce of love they ever held for you. The reunion will not be somber but joyful, a celebration of a story well lived, of love carried faithfully across lifetimes. But until then, your story continues here. You were chosen to keep the thread alive, to live, to love, to embody the light they now bathe in. So live fully, my beloved one. Wake up each day knowing that the sunrise itself is inviting you to begin again. Feel your feet on the earth and remember you are standing on sacred ground. See the faces that cross your path and know that some of them are answers to your loved ones' prayers. There is purpose in your presence, even on the hardest days. You are still part of a divine plan that unfolds with every breath you take. When you feel tired, lean into faith. When you feel lost, whisper their name and then listen. Not with your ears, but with your heart. The signs will come, a song that appears out of nowhere, a butterfly landing near you, a sudden warmth in an empty room. That is love reminding you it never dies. It only changes its form. Your loved one walks beside you now, and always, laughing when you laugh, smiling when you choose kindness, cheering when you dare to dream again. They are woven through your story, not behind it. Their presence does not fade, it evolves. And through you, their legacy expands, touching people they never met, healing hearts they never knew. This is the miracle of eternal love, it multiplies. It crosses all borders, dissolves all endings, and whispers forever through every heartbeat that keeps on loving. You are their joy. You are their continuation. You are their miracle. And you always will be. So rise again, not as someone who lost, but as someone who carries divine love in human form. You are the living bridge between heaven and earth, the proof that love always finds a way home.